matzot u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad.
Shabbat shalom, everybody. As soon as our musical friend Joel, he's coming. He's a coming. We're going to begin on page 128 in your prayer book, which is the smaller of the two big blue books. And we're on page 128. We're going to join together in singing Hine Ma Tov, which means it's good to be together.
Hine Ma Tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. 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 How good it is, how sweet it is, to be together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is, to be together on this day. Hine Ma Tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Ma Tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Shalom aleichem, salam aleikum. Shalom aleichem, salam aleikum. Shalom aleichem, salam aleikum. Shalom aleichem, salam aleikum. How good it is, how sweet it is, to be together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is, to be together on this day. Hine Ma Tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Ma Tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Shevet achim gam yachad. It is good to be together. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
And I want to thank you for braving the rain to come together to celebrate Shabbat with us. Let's bring a little bit more light into our dark and dreary night. We're going to light Shabbat candles. You can find the blessing on page 120, and I would like to invite Karen to light the candles. Page 120.
Oh, a dark and stormy night.
It is even a dark and stormy night. True.
I'm gonna make that help make that happen. Well,
He was going to make that happen.
I'm gonna make lots of things happen. Right? Technical difficulties from technical incompetence. Okay. Try it now.
Hello? Can you? Thank you. As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us, as their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light. So may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
Baruch atah Adonai Elohim Shabbat. Thank you, Karen. We'll turn to Shir Chadash, a new song for this Shabbat, page 648.
It's actually not new. We've sung it before.
It's fair. It's called a new song. Confusing.
Sorry, I'm a little bit confused.
Just tonight, though.
Just letting you know what you're in for. Yeah,
So speaking of new songs and new things, we are delighted to be celebrating a new life in our community tonight. We're going to be giving our newest member his Hebrew name. So I would be delighted to invite up J.M. Toledo. You can bring your parents with you, Stacy and Jordan, and your grandmother, Diane. And we want to welcome all of the family and friends who are here celebrating with you guys, both in person and online. So please come on up, and we just have a little blessing for you to say, and then we'll give you your name, Mr. Toledo. He looks very dapper. Yes, you do. All right, let me get myself organized here. So, if Stacy and Jordan, will you read just this little paragraph?
We have been blessed with the gift of a beautiful child. We have shared love and pain and joy in bringing your son into life, and have been privileged to share in the wonder and beauty of creation. He is the latest chapter in the unfolding of our lives together, an expansion of our journey as individuals and as a family. Our lives will never be the same. Thank you, God, for the gift of this precious new life, and pray that we may be worthy of the blessing and responsibility of parenthood.
All right. Down. So today we formally bestow upon this child the name by which he will be known in the Jewish community and by which he will be called on all the significant Jewish occasions of his life. This name is added to his secular name so that he might find his place in both the Jewish and secular worlds. Our God and God of all people, sustain through his parents' loving care this beautiful child, whose English name is Jesse Michael Bauer Toledo. Let him be known among the Jewish people by the Hebrew name that we give him today, Yishai Michael ben Chava. So JM is named after his grandfathers, Jesse and Mike, and your parents want you to always be reminded of the love of your namesakes. They say they wish for him to carry their best qualities with him in every part of his life. Sound good? Oh, I got a smile. Excellent. Made my day. Possessing a Hebrew name is an important statement of Jewish identity, connecting you forever to Jewish history and Jewish memory. Jesse Michael Bauer Toledo, may your name be a blessing to you, linking you in love to your family, to the Jewish people, and to those who came before. So he is entering into the covenant of the Jewish people today, and we're going to say the traditional words of welcome. So please repeat after me, everyone together. Kishem, Shenichnas, Labrit, Ken, Yikanes, LeTorah, LeChuppah, Ulma'asim Tovim. Which means as he has entered into the covenant today, so may he be led to the study of Torah, to a life of love, and to deeds of loving kindness. We can all say Amen. Amen. And we got to sing a little Siman Tov, I think. It's time to dance. Mazel Tov, Siman Tov, Siman Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Siman Tov, Siman Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Siman Tov. Mazel tov. Mazel tov. Mazel tov. All right, you can dance on the way down if you want. Yes. Whew. All right. I think we are on a roll. Let's keep singing. Page 138. We go from baby namings to welcoming in the bride, the Shabbat bride. We're going to sing verses 1, 2, and 9. When we get to that last verse, we rise, we face the door as if welcoming in the Sabbath bride. L'chadodi, 138.
And unlike the last old-new tune, new-old tune, this one is new, I think, to us anyway. It's a melody from the Navatahila community in Jerusalem. I'll do a little bit of each part. Tune for the verses and the chorus is almost exactly the same. L'chadodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat ekavena l'chadodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat ekavena. One more time. L'chadodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat ekavena. If that doesn't work for where your voice is, or you just want to sing a harmony line or whatever, you can sing L'chadodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat ekavena. L'chadodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat ekavena. And if you do that, you're ahead of the game because that's also the tune for the verse. Ends. Let's go from the beginning now. Either tune you like. L'chadodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat ekavena. L'chadodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat. sola, lo emune, am segula, lo ichala, lo ichala. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat, nekavela. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat, nekavela. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat, nekavela. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat, nekavela.
We are warmed up. We are ready to pray. We'll turn to page 146 for the call to prayer, words of Baruch Hu.
Yalla lai lai lai, yalla lai lai lai,
Yalla lai lai lai,
yalla lai lai lai, yalla lai lai lai, yalla lai lai lai,
yalla lai lai lai, yalla lai lai lai.
Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? I am counting. Am I prepared? Et Adonai, Amen. Baruch Adonai,
Am Miborach, Le'olam Vaed, Le'olam Vaed.
Yalla lai lai lai,
Yalla lai lai lai, yalla lai lai lai, yalla lai lai lai, yalla lai lai lai, yalla lai lai lai, yalla lai lai lai, yalla lai lai lai. We'll turn to page 148 for our twilight prayer. Roll into dark. You'll see the Hebrew is about halfway down, starting with Borei Dom, but you'll catch on fast. Roll into dark.
roll into light,
Roll into light. Night becomes day. Day turns to night. Roll into dark. Roll into light. Night becomes day. Day turns to night. Orei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Orei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or. To dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Turn now to page 152, the words of Shema, the watchwords of our faith. reminding us that we are all connected to one source. Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Vaed Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Vaed Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Please be seated. Turn to page 154 as we chant the words of Ve'ahavta. Let's join together. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavecha ubechol nafshecha ubechol meodecha ve'hayu advarim ha'eleh Anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha Vishinantam levanecha vidibarta bam vishivtecha b'veitecha uvlechtecha b'derech ushochbecha uvkumecha ukshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha uchtatam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha leman tizkeru vasitem et kol mitzvotai vitem kedoshim leloechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim Lihiot lachem Elohim Ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem Amen. I'd like to invite Sean to lead us in a reading before we move to Micha Mocha, the Song of Our Redemption.
You're going to have to move it yourself this time.
That's quite all night.
I did. I'm fired.
Standing on the parts of the shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together.
Page 158.
Kifada Adonai et Yaakov, Ugalo miad chazak mimenu. Baruch atah Adonai Rahal Israel.
Turn to page 160 as we offer our nighttime prayer. This is a prayer that asks that we get a measure of peace spread over us, over all the world, protects us, keeps us safe, keeps us sheltered, gives us a sense of peace and blessing and security and life renewed. The Hebrew is here. The English is not quite here. You can always sing la 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 if you don't know the words.
I'll call that too. Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom.
Turn now to page 164 and rise for the standing prayer, the Amidah. We'll chant the first few blessings together and then have some time for quiet. When you're finished with your own personal prayers, you can be seated. Page 164. Adonai sifatai tiftachu fi yagitehi
Atecha Adonai, open up my lips,
that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Agadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot V'imahot, U'mevi Geulah Livnei Bneihem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Abraham Be'ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol atah Rav Lehoshia, Mashiv HaRuach U'Morid HaGashem, Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed, Mechayeh HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim V'Rofech Olim, Umatir asurim, umekayem emunato, lishenei afar, michamocha bal gevurot, umidom elav, melech memit umechaye, umatzmiach Yeshua. V'nemanata lahachayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai mechaye hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom yehalelucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh.
Most of us, I think, as a tune. It's a tune by Debbie Friedman from way back when. You can find the words on page 176, 176, the last three words of the first Hebrew block of text. The big long one, it's kind of 3 paragraphs-ish. Last 3 words, Me'olam kivinu lach. We have always hoped for you. For harmony. You know me well enough to know by now that harmony is whatever your neighbor is not singing. The rest of the words are kind of scattered in.
What are you doing for Thanksgiving? It's a simple enough question, one you might have asked or been asked yourself this week. For most people, it's an easy one to answer. We're going to my parents' house, or we're hosting our family's dinner this year, or we always celebrate with friends. But for some of us, it is a question to dread. I'm not sure yet, we might say non-committally, as if we're still weighing which Thanksgiving table to grace with our presence. Or I'm just looking forward to a quiet weekend at home, as if we just can't be bothered with the busyness of the holidays. For some of us, it's too embarrassing to admit the truth. I don't have any plans. I don't have anyone to celebrate with. It's more common than you might think. Families are spread out, plane tickets are expensive, people are busy, and since the pandemic, some of us have continued to stay close to home. Add to that the fact that nearly half of all American adults are single, and over a quarter of Americans live alone, and we can no longer assume that most of us have a built-in family to celebrate holidays with. Yet in spite of the prevalence of isolation, there is still a stigma associated with it. It's hard to admit that we're alone. These demographics might be new, but the solution to the problem they pose is actually very old. In Hebrew, it's called hachnasat orchim, hospitality, or welcoming guests. In Jewish tradition, the importance of showing hospitality to guests cannot be overstated. It is seen as the epitome of chesed, of loving kindness, and is one of the sacred obligations that merits a reward in this life and an even greater reward waiting for us in the world to come. The Talmud goes so far as to declare that welcoming guests is actually more important than welcoming the divine presence itself. In the Bible, our patriarchs and matriarchs are known for the great hospitality they show, especially to strangers. In last week's Torah portion, Abraham and Sarah rushed to welcome 3 angels disguised as travelers into their home, whipping up a feast for them, even though Abraham is recovering from a recent self-administered surgery. And in this week's portion, Chaye Sarah, the best named portion, hospitality is again a key theme. When Abraham sends his servant to find a wife for his son Isaac, the servant prays, "O Adonai, God of my master Abraham's house, grant me good fortune this day and deal graciously with my master Abraham. Here I stand by the spring as the daughters of the townspeople come out to draw water. Let the maiden to whom I say, 'Please lower your jar that I may drink,' and who replies, 'Drink, and I will also water your camels,' let her be the one whom you have decreed for your servant Isaac. Thereby shall I know that you have dealt graciously with my master." In other words, Abraham's servant asks that the sign that he's found the right wife for Isaac be her hospitality to him, a stranger. And sure enough, as soon as the servant is finished praying, Rebekah enters and does just as he prayed. The servant asks her for some water, and she goes above and beyond, offering water to his camels as well. As one commentator notes, the Torah makes a point of emphasizing how Rebekah makes multiple trips to the well until all the camels have been watered, demonstrating her great generosity and kindness to the servant and his animals. In biblical times, it was expected that travelers passing by would be offered hospitality, food and water and a place to rest. Today, many of us don't even open our homes to our friends, much less to strangers. This, I think, is a big loss. As Ron Wolfson writes in his book, The Spirituality of Welcoming, when we lose the art of hospitality, we lose a part of our souls. For kindness to others is not simply an imperative to improve the lives of those who seek welcome. The act of hospitality improves the lives of those who offer it. Welcoming, serving, and feeding others embody the value of generosity of spirit, of sharing what we have, of caring for others when they are in need. As Wolfson points out, when we don't invite others to our tables, we all lose. But simply being willing to offer hospitality isn't enough. You might have noticed that the servant in our Torah portion prays that the right wife will not just be the one who fulfills her request, but will be the one who offers more than what he asked for. The story demonstrates that true hospitality is proactive. Making someone feel welcome requires actively seeking them out and letting them know they are wanted. So many good-hearted people forget this part of hospitality, even when they do offer it. Here are some actual invitations I have received or have heard made to others. If you don't have any other plans for Passover, I guess you can join us. Come on over for Thanksgiving. We're collecting strays this year. You're welcome to join us for Rosh Hashanah. We're inviting all the widows we know. None of these invitations, no matter how well-meaning, would make a person feel good about accepting them. Rebecca's example is an invitation to all of us to flex our hospitality muscles. I know Thanksgiving is less than a week away, but if there's someone in your life that you would like to share your table with, please invite them, even if it's at the last minute. Just invite them enthusiastically and without pity. Invite those who don't have children or whose children aren't close. Invite single people of all ages, those who are new in town, or those who've been dealing with health or other challenges and may not have made other plans. And if you are the one who doesn't have plans to celebrate, you too can invite others to join you. We live in an age of disconnection and isolation. Let's open our doors and lengthen our tables to ensure that everyone can enjoy the blessings of friendship and community this holiday season. Shabbat Shalom. And happy Thanksgiving.
I know we do Padre Torah. Your Beth Torah reminded me strongly of this. A little tidbit about Rebecca. We have the Plout book, which we have all in our seats, the Chumash, the Torah commentary. The conservative movement uses a book called Etz Chaim. It's basically the same thing. It's the Torah with Haftarah and commentary. And there's a footnote in there that talks about Rebecca and drawing of the water. I don't remember the numbers. It has to do with how many gallons of water a camel can drink and how many camels Eliezer had. But I did the math because I'm that nerdy. And it turns out that when Rebecca was watering these camels, she hoisted from the river 1 full ton of water. Not all at once, 1 full ton of water. So Rebecca was not only kind and hospitable and wonderful in oh so many ways, she was also really strong. Yes. Okay, that's my tidbit.
Thank you, Joel. We will turn now to the words of Misha Berach, our prayer for healing, on page 371. So we now call to mind those who are in need of healing, healing of body or healing of spirit. We'll share their names aloud and then we'll sing the blessing together. If there's anyone on Zoom who'd like to share names, we'll start with you.
Alana Rivka Bildel V'Chaim Avraham V'Sfarti V'Haverim V'Ani.
Cheryl Smith, Stephen Steinberg, Adrian Brown, Craig Spiegel, Bruce Baldwin, Sarah, Linda Spiegel, and Christy Couch.
My sister Jeannie, Ellen, Jerry Ann, Marilyn Garlick, and Louise Smith.
Kathy Molaski.
Kent and Karen Rasmussen, Barbara Lowe, Muriel and Stephen Gregg, Edie Carpenter, Julia Mann, Margaret Simpson, and Nancy Bobitz.
And anyone here in the room? We hold them all in our hearts as we offer these words of prayer for healing and strength for those we love. Page 371.
May the source of
ones before us. Help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Yisheverach imotenu mekor habracha la'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. We turn to Aleinu L'Shabeach, page 586. Please rise. We're at the bottom of the page.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המוניו. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. 591. נאמר והיה אדוני מלך כל הארץ, היום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
You can be seated. This week, we marked the Trans Remembrance Day, the day on which we remember those in the trans community who have died by violence. So in their honor, I'd like to read this trans prayer by Lori Wolf. This is the season for my body to catch up with my soul. In this I rejoice. Still my spirit cries for peace. Help me heal in this time of renewal. Help me find community, those who welcome me and invite me to their table. When I doubt my existence, remind me I am yours. When there is violence, show me serenity. When I am treated with unkindness, help me to be kind. When I am hated, help me return to love. When I am set apart, help me to include. When others judge me, remind me I am yours. And when I doubt you have designed me, remind me I am just so in the book of life. May I always dwell in your peace, your love, your understanding, your light, your wisdom, your heart. Amen. As I share the name of our loved ones who've passed, I invite you to rise in their honor before we recite the words of Kaddish together. We are observing Shiva, the first 7 days of mourning for Robert Rivas, brother-in-law of Joe Eagle. We're in Shloshim, the first 30 days of mourning for Phyllis Katz, mother of Cheryl Cohen. And we're observing this week the yahrzeit, the anniversary of death of Morris Ben Bassett, father of Nancy Holm, Frida Breitel, grandmother of Larissa Krasnovskaya, Ata Asanapur, brother of Bahia Asanapur, Stephen Haywood Kahalis, brother of Susan Toth, Shava Kleinerman, grandmother of Larissa Krasnovskaya, Max Manis, grandfather of Hannah Brodzinski, Adrian Naum Stoyan, husband of Nadia Naum Stoyan, Bess Reback, mother of Leslie Rothbach, Barry Rogoff, husband of Betty Rogoff, Zalman Spitalnik, grandfather of Zoya Kravitz, and Lucia Villanueva, mother of Angie Gelb. If there's someone else you're remembering tonight, please rise and share their names with us as well.
Joseph Mallison.
Zichronam Livracha, may their memories be a blessing. We turn to page 598, the words of Kaddish. Please rise. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divra chirute v'amlich malchute, b'chayechon u'vyomechon u'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kariv imru amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevarach le'olam u'almei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei dekudsha barichu, la'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, da'amiram be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama Rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, u'ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, kol yoshvei tevel v'imru amen. We will, you can be seated, please, and I'd like to invite up Jim Cohen to share some announcements from the board.
It comes right out, trust me.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Temple Beth Torah will be participating in the Tri-City Interfaith Council's annual Thanksgiving service on Monday, November 25th. That's next week, right? At 7:30 at the Niles Discovery Church. The theme of the service is Kindness Has No Boundaries. All are welcome. And I know everybody's been waiting for this one for a year, but tickets are now available for the Warriors Jewish Heritage Night on Thursday evening, December 5th. They will play the Houston Rockets, and the game is at 7 o'clock. Information on how to get the tickets is in the weekly, and that explains why Susan and Sheldon are coming, so, okay.
We thought it was to see us.
Yeah, who knows? TBT's Social Action Committee has launched two fundraisers for the holiday seasons. First one is Embrace a Family with Jewish Family Services of Silicon Valley, and a holiday dinner drive benefiting the Alameda County Community Food Bank. Please give generously. Remember to check the weekly and our website for all our news and event information. Thank you to Joel Siegel for his wonderful music, and to Joel Stroud for representing the worship committee, and to Tony for his AV work, and to Cheryl Cohen for providing the Oneg and Shabbat goodies. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. I can't go to the Warriors game, but if there's any swag that they give out, someone hook me up, okay? Thank you. I'd like to offer a blessing, our family blessing, our priestly benediction. So if you'd like to reach out, it is traditional on Friday nights to bless our children, and we've extended this at TBT to bless all of our family, however we define family. So please reach out to those you love, whether it's physically or in your hearts, as we offer these words of blessing. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God bless you and keep you. May God's light shine upon you and be gracious to you. May you feel God's presence with you, and may God grant you peace. Amen. We'll close our service before joining for goodies. We'll pray for peace one more time. The words Oseh Shalom, page 598. Shalom Bimroma, Buyaseh Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel, Ve'imru Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel, Ve'imru Shabbat Shalom. Please join us for our Kiddush and Motzi and goodies. If you can stay awake for like 5-10 more minutes. There's goodies. We'll let you go first. Please join us. La 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 la